Hey y'all. Okay, so I'm filming on this new camera and it's like, oh, I don't know how to, hold on. Okay, hopefully like this is working. I got a new SD card. Hopefully like this footage will actually be recoverable or be able to be accessed. But today, um, today I woke up and it kind of felt, so recently, like I've been waking up and I feel like this, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry already, like this is crazy. I just got finished crying. But I've been waking up and I'll just like feel this weird feeling. And it's like in my stomach. It feels like it's localized in my stomach, but it sort of spreads to my entire body. And it's not like a physical pain, it's like it's more like a hunch. I guess it's like anxiety where you just know like something bad has happened, or like you just feel uncomfortable and like it happens in the morning because I know it's like, I'm sorry, this is gonna be me just like falling in and out of tears. But waking up means sometimes for me and recently that like, okay, here we go, another day where we have to face the reality that like this thing happened. And I want to tell y'all like what I've been going through, but it's hard because it's not totally my story. You know what I mean? It's not, there are a lot of things that have happened to me that eventually I'll talk about. But it's not, some of the things, recent things, are not just my story, you know? And I don't want to, I don't know. Life is crazy and life is hard, and loving people is hard, and you don't want to disrespect anybody. You don't want to, you know, whatever. But waking up is like facing the fact that whatever happened in your life that may have caused you a lot of stress is still there. And you'll have to continue facing it every single day. There's no, you can cope, but you can't like change the past. And that, a lot of people will throw platitudes at you saying like, oh, like things in the past, like don't look back, continue looking forward, like you'll get better, it gets better. And that's great. Those are great words. Thank you so much for trying to make me feel good with like this corny saying. But the truth of the matter is that I'm a human being who has thoughts and memories, and waking up right there every single day hurts sometimes. It hurts. And I try to ignore it. I'll just wake up and I'll try to just, you know, do the things that I usually do to try to get myself in the mood of getting work done, because this work is sort of like the only thing that is like keeping my pulse going right now. It's like, it's the only thing that I can like do, accomplish, and see like a reward from it. So I'll just make my bed, I'll wash the dishes, I'll try to clean up. Right now my apartment is a mess. And I think maybe that's contributing to why I'm feeling like so like displaced. But I'll try to do these things to make myself feel like I'm, you know, getting something done, moving on, moving forward. But it always hits me. I mean, like, I don't wake up every single day feeling like this weird gut anxiety. But like today I did, and I felt it. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna end up crying today again. And so I tried to go to the gym. And I did the gym, and I did a little cardio, and I tried to lift weights, and then I just quit halfway through because I was just not in the mood. And I walked back up to my apartment, and yeah, I just broke down again. I just broke down again, and I say again because this happened like yesterday. It happened 2 days ago, happened a week ago. This is so, I realize this is really like, you know, I'm not giving y'all too much to bite here, like I'm just, but I'm not doing like horribly, you know. I was doing horribly and it was bad. I have a bit of control now, And I do see like, I do see that it'll get better. It will. If it's gotten like, if I've made the progress that I've made already, I know that I can make more progress, you know? And so I'm looking up, like I have hope, all those things, but right now I don't want to deny the feelings that I have right now. Like for years, the last time I cried was when I was 10 years old. So for years I had been denying my feelings. I was like numb. All these things would happen to me and I just wouldn't like respond to it emotionally. I guess I was just like focusing on surviving. Like I've been through so much, and some of y'all saw my life story video where I talked about how I was homeless, I was in foster care, my mom like has had to deal with like a mental illness, and that is difficult for her and difficult for us, and like there's just so many things that have happened in addition to that. And I've never really had the chance to emotionally explore how I felt about those things emotionally. I never really produced tears over those things. Like I felt at times like I was gonna get choked up just thinking about my past, but it's more like, I don't know. I don't think I possessed the skills. I didn't possess the skills to like tap into my emotions when I was younger, because so many crazy things have happened and hardened me, and I just didn't. I was just like out here like tough, not really crying or anything like that. So the last time I cried was when I was 10. It was like the tip of the iceberg for me as a child. I was 10 years old, and this is when you're like adolescing and you're making friends and you're starting to realize exactly like how different you are from other people. And for me, it was like my mom, we were poor and I would go to school and I would see people who had like the nicest calculator and the biggest pencil pouch and like cool book bags. And you know, while my mom did everything in her power to take care of us and me, and I'm forever grateful for that, because I would not have gone on to do many of the things that I've done if it weren't for my mom. So quick shout out to my mom. But I realized that like we were poor and that like things hadn't been going really well for us, and I wasn't really able to be a child at all. Like I was 3 years old when I first was in foster care, and I was like, I didn't really have a childhood. Like from there on out, it was like I was in different schools, I was with different families, with strangers, I was in homeless shelters, on friends' like staying at friends' houses, like anywhere we could stay. Like my mom tried so hard to keep a stable house and family, and at times we were together for like extended periods of times for years, but you know, it wasn't always great. And so when I was 10 years old, we were on top of all of that. My grandma, my grandma who it was going to be my second time meeting her. My mom's mom. We were on our way to see her because she was dying. She was dying in like an old person's home. She had like a tumor, and she could barely talk. I never really got to say much of anything to her. And we were on our way there, and I was in the back seat of my mom's like broken down Ford Tempo. It was like this tan, like busted down car. And we were driving. It was like kind of like a long drive. It was like 13 minutes away. 30 minutes away. We were driving, and I was like sort of like dozing off in the back seat when there's this car in front of us, and we were right next to the old person's home, and there was this car in front of us where I just cracked my back so hard. Oh my god. Anyway, there was this car in front of us that had their left blinker on. So they were going to turn left. We're on the right side of the street. They were going to turn left. We were behind this car. There's cars coming on the left side of the road, so they can't turn left yet, right? And so my mom sees this, obviously, and is like, oh, they're going to turn left, but there's so many cars coming, they're not going to be able to turn left for a while, so we're going to go around them to the right, and we're just going to keep on going. When my mom made the right turn, this person turned right instead of left because they put the wrong blinker on. And so they ran into us, and they rammed into the side of our car, and our car started like spinning around, and I like jolted up in the back seat, and I was like, what is going on? This is crazy, because our car's like moving in some like crazy way, and my mom was like trying to catch a hold of the car, and all I see is just like all this like it was just insane. Me in the back of the seat, I was just like shook. It was like so scary. Everything turned out fine, thank God. But I remember like just thinking, this is like the tip. This is whatever the term is. Like, this is it for me. I like lost it. I like, thank God I was fine. I jumped out of the car. Our car was totaled. I jumped out of the car, and it like started raining. It was so dramatic. And I just like screamed up to the sky. I was like, why God? Why God? I was like 10 years old, just like, why? Why does this have to happen to us? Why has my life been like this for so long? Like, why is it that like we can't make any progress? Like, everything is just so bad, like all the time. I don't get it. And I like cried, and I cried so hard that was like the last time I cried for like 15 years. I had not cried for 15 whole years until like a month ago when now I can't stop crying. And I can't even like cry anymore and have it be like my cry is like changed so much, because now it just hurts to cry. It's like me heaving now. It's like this ugly, nasty like sob. Anyway, about a month ago, a lot of things happened all at once. A lot of things happened all at once. I lost family members. I lost friends. And on top of that, I lost somebody that I had recently started to love. And I was like really hoping to count on them for like comfort through everything, and then they left me, and it was like I felt so lonely. And every day is like kind of, I feel a little bit lonely. I'm here like by myself. Anyway, so I think that's what I wake up to every single day, just to like loop it back around, is this like feeling that sort of echoes the feeling that I had when I was 10 years old, where it was like, wow, so many things have happened that were really bad as of late, and like I got a parking ticket for $500 in the midst of all of that as well, and that was like the tip of the iceberg for me, or whatever the saying is. I feel like that's not the right saying. But it really just blew me out of whack. Like I just couldn't deal with anything anymore. And I like for the past 3 days I've been trying to film for Vlogmas, and I've been trying to like edit videos, and like those are fun. Like the videos that I put out, I actually wanted to put those videos out. Like I'm not working myself to the bone to satisfy some imagination of who I think I should be on YouTube, or how much content I should be putting out, or whatever that is. I'm not doing that. I'm not stressing myself out. I care about myself. I love myself. You know what I mean? I know what love is, and I love myself. You know, I take care of myself. And part of taking care of myself is having boundaries even for myself. 'Cause sometimes you can overstep your own boundaries, and so you gotta like take a step back. And I take steps back all the time. Like I've been by myself for so long that I've created boundaries for myself. Like I'm not finna work myself until I'm like mentally exhausted. It's not gonna happen. I did that last year and I'm not doing that again. So I've been taking a break. I tried these past 3 days, but it just didn't work out. Like I said, I've been crying. It's just not been feeling too good. But I want to say that I'm okay. I'm signing up. I'm getting therapy. I'm starting therapy very soon. But I have friends, thank God, who will lend an ear whenever, as I would to them. Emily has been very nice to me. My friend Natalie has been very nice to me. And I appreciate those people so much in my life, because that's the only way that I've been getting through all of this. It's because of my friends who have been so nice to me these past few months when I just am not able to like take care of myself. They've been taking care of me. They're just so nice. And I'm so thankful. Because otherwise it's like being here by myself on the other side of the country. No friends here. I mean, I had friends and then sort of lost all of those friends in one fell swoop. On the other side of the country, it gets pretty lonely. And I left all my friends on the East Coast simply because I needed space for myself to create, grow, learn who I am, and like grow into this person that I know I can be, that I know I want to be, and that I know that I imagine myself to be. I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to ever treat anybody with disrespect. I don't ever want to not be kind to people. And so I moved to this country. As if I'm like from somewhere else. I moved across the country so that, oh my God, I cannot deal with this. I moved to this side of the country because I needed that space to grow. I wanted to start from scratch and just like rebuild my identity in an organic, thoughtful way, you know? So I've been taking time to figure out what I like. I've been going on solo trips. Like I just got back from LA seeing Chloe and Halle by myself. I went by myself. I was going to surprise my friend with a ticket, but she had a family emergency. But I ended up going by myself. I stayed in a cute little hostel. Just doing things for myself. I go on walks. I will have gone hiking by myself. I do all these things that I wouldn't have been able to do on the East Coast. Or I could have, in theory. It's just I would have been so tied to this idea that I needed somebody with me to do those things. And so now I get to do all these things by myself and figure out who I am. But then I met people here, and I fell in love with one person, and I didn't, it happened pretty quickly. And love, I guess we'll talk about this in another video, like what I think love is and what my relationship to love has been and how it's affected me and changed me a lot. That'd be, I think, a nice subject for another video. But I loved somebody here, and then, you know, I've been better since this, but they left me, and it was wild because, like I said, I was doing all these things on my own and figuring out who I was, and then I found somebody, and then I was like prioritizing them over me. And I think I was like, I don't know, I was like so in love that I was making all these decisions that were, I don't know. I don't know if I should say like they weren't my decisions or they weren't necessarily like me, because they were me. But I was making all these decisions that I never thought I would make. And I was okay with those decisions. And those decisions weren't necessarily bad decisions. It just sucks when like you love somebody and then they just like leave you so quickly. They just like dump you. Like the term being dumped is like a real, like the effect of that word is such that like you understand that dumping is, it's like literally throwing out trash. Like somebody literally just dumps you off on the side of the road and like leaves and then they don't come back. And so that's been very hurtful and something that I've been dealing with on top of a whole bunch of other stuff. And so it's like you find somebody and you love them and you're hanging out with them all the time and like you're starting to build this identity that is like making space for this whole other person, and you're treating them the way that you would treat yourself, and like this whole new thing is happening, and then they leave you and you just feel like discarded and you're like displaced and you're like lonely and you're like all these thoughts are going through your head and it's like pretty chaotic. You're like spinning, and then you realize that like you're lonely. You're not just alone anymore, you're like lonely. And that circles back also to just me waking up every single day realizing that like I can't, like this, you can't like contact some people. Like you can lose people like via breakups, but there's also people that you lose forever. Like people pass away, and it just really sucks that you can't you wake up and it's a new day and you can't reach out to people that you love or people that you loved. And so that's been on my heart today. I've been trying to journal. Like I have a few notebooks that I literally got from the Dollar Tree, and I've been just journaling like all my feelings and how I feel. Because I think that's important. I think it's really important to just get it all out. And I've also been like video journaling as well. So like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I have literally hours and hours of footage of me just like crying and like talking through the things that I've been through. Because sometimes it's like it's hard to just like write, especially when you cry and you can't see what you're writing. So I've been like, quote unquote vlogging my breakdowns. That's so weird to say, but it's been a thing. And so I don't know, maybe one day I'll be able to look back at those videos and like turn them into a lesson and be able to like repackage them and like put them out on YouTube. But right now it's a lot. But I do want to say that I'm very thankful for you all for, you know, whenever I express that I'm not feeling well, y'all are truly, you don't know how much it helps. Like when I can read comments from people that I barely know, but they watch my content all the time, saying very nice things, like trying to comfort me, even though they don't know what's going on, they're trying to comfort me. And it's so nice and I really appreciate it. Y'all don't know, I've busted down in some tears quite a few times at just some of y'all's comments. So thank you so much. I'm feeling a little bit better now that I just cried. Sometimes it's like good that I'm like, I was numb, like I said, for about 15 years until a few months ago. Nothing seemed like it was, I had like all these like survival instincts, or survival coping mechanisms, to where like I didn't cry, I would just like survive. And part of that was also running away, like just not thinking about something or like deleting it. Some people might say that that's like an Aquarius move, but I am an Aquarius, but I also think that when people go through trauma, they develop certain coping mechanisms and whatever. It's an adaptive sort of personality trait to, you know, whatever is going to help you not suffer mentally, emotionally, is sort of what you end up doing. You just have to find good coping mechanisms, and mine was running away from things. And I was in a place where I could no longer run away from things a few months ago because I was stuck in it. I was stuck in the feelings. I couldn't move away. I didn't have the resources to just like run away. I thought about it. Thought about moving to Amsterdam literally a few times. I was like, I'm just gonna move to Amsterdam tomorrow. Like, screw all of this. But thank God for some of my friends who, Natalie in particular, who told me not to do that because that's crazy and emotional. And I'm actually very thankful for that because then I'd just be crying in Amsterdam, which would be so whack. But like I said, I was numb for years. And I forget what I was about to say. There was something, I was going to loop this into something. But anyway, as you can see, I'm like obviously like in a state of chaos. My thoughts aren't completely coherent right now, but I am on my way. I'm done. I'm like, this video is pretty much over at this point. I need to cut this camera off. I have a new camera. I hope y'all like this new camera. I don't know if the quality is better or worse or what it is, but all I do know is that I can film longer videos on this. Like, it's, my old camera would overheat after like 8 minutes. So I would have literally every single one of my videos from the past 3 years, because it's been on the same camera. All the videos were filmed in 8-minute intervals. Like, I have to turn off the camera and wait like 30 minutes and then have to return. It was a hot mess. But this one I can film and it's not overheating and it's like beautiful and it's great. I'm so thankful. I'm going to continue being me. I'm going to continue being, I'm going to continue trying to be a good person and a better person. A person with boundaries for myself, but also for others. I'm going to try to continue prioritizing my feelings and over others. I think a part of what I haven't been doing, or part of why I've been like so stressed out, is because I have been prioritizing everybody else except for me. Like, and I think I equated being a bad person with prioritizing my own feelings. Selfishness, you know? I didn't agree that selfishness was good, but I think it is good. After going through what I went through, I think sometimes you got to be selfish so that you can let other people know what you want, what you need, and who you are, so that they can best serve you and you can best serve them. Communication is great. Connection is better. Both of those things is best. These are all lessons that I'm learning and I will continue getting better at. I'm not playing around. I'm not going to play myself. I'm not going to play the people around me. I'm taking it easy right now. So if a Vlogmas video doesn't come out, again, I really would appreciate if you all do not come to my Instagram, do not come to my YouTube videos, or wherever you can find me, my DMs, asking me where a Vlogmas video is. A few of you have done it already, despite the fact that I've asked you all as a boundary to not do that. I would appreciate it so much. I will end up just blocking you. I'm sorry, that's a boundary for me. If you overstep that boundary, I don't care if this is like a digital relationship or whatever it is. If you overstep it, I'm just gonna have to block you because I need to protect my own mental headspace. I can't prioritize you wanting a 7-minute video to make you laugh over my mental well-being. It's just not in my best interest right now, and so I'm sorry, but like, I will have to block you. But thank you all for watching this video. If you've watched it, this is so weird. I never thought that I'd be out here looking like one of these YouTubers, girl, who are like clearly trying to be vulnerable with their audience. And so they like sit on the floor and they like put the camera up. I truly just needed to get this off my chest. I'm so thankful that if you watch this video, you listened to it. I'm so thankful for you all in general. And yeah, this video's over. I hope to see y'all back here real soon. Maybe for a Vlogmas video, maybe for a different video, I don't know. But thanks for listening. Bye.